Many new farmers start with just chickens, so I decided to talk to my own local chicken lady. Susanna Bailey breeds chickens and sells them to other farmers who want to bulk up or start their own flocks. Her husband Mike and her have a reputation in the community for producing some of Savannah's finest fowl. People make long drives from multiple states just to get their hands on her rare breeds. Most folks are surprised to find out she's not a full-time farmer.
Well, I'm actually a chemist, but I do this because I love the animals so much, and I don't like to be bored. So when I get home, I work with animals.
I asked her to give me a tour of her most popular breed.
These are the Marans. This variety is called a splash Maran, the hens are. The rooster is what's called a blue copper Maran. And the reason I have a rooster in here is I have an order for hatching eggs. And a blue Maran rooster over splash hens will produce 50% splash to blue Marans.
These eggs are so prized that they go for about $35 a dozen in the right season.
All right, these are Marans. They originate in France. And they lay an egg just about every single day. And their eggs are very, very dark brown. So I have a lot of customers that prefer the dark brown layers.
Through trial and error, she's become quite good at hatching all kinds of poultry.
This is the brooder house. It's just a little handy house that I use to put my incubators and hatchers in. The chicks, once they hatch and leave the hatcher, I keep them in the little tubs with heat lamps until they're about 3 weeks old. I do that until they're old enough to go outside in the outside pens. And those also have heat lamps. You have to keep chicks at 95 degrees the first week and 5 degrees less each week until they're fully feathered. Once they get to within 4 days of hatching, they go in the hatching tray here. And these are actual turkey eggs that hatched, the last ones that hatched. They hatch in this tray in the bottom of the hatcher there. And once they're all out and dry and walking around and everybody's done, then the hatcher tray comes out and the chicks get to go in the little tubs with heat lamps on them with water and food.
One of the hardest parts of breeding chickens is just keeping them safe. Susanna has found a way to keep a peaceful truce with a local den of foxes. Like sacrificing a virgin to appease a dragon, she culls her sick birds once a week and offers them up as tribute. Instead of burning the carcasses, she throws them in front of the fox's den in the woods. This has reduced attrition dramatically, but she still has a second line of defense for other predators.
This is Holmes. He's a miniature mule. He's 4 years old. He is not nice. He is just, his whole purpose in life is to keep fox and coyotes out of this pen. And he does a very good job. We pin him in his little corral in the afternoons whenever I have to feed the chickens because you don't want to be out here with him because he's not a really nice mule.
You mean he's kind of a jerk?
He's pretty much an ass.
So what would you do over if you could start from the beginning again?
I would not hatch as many chickens. I went way overboard and had way too many, had to build more pens. They're built now, so that's good, but in the future I will only be hatching a limited amount of birds that people are wanting instead of so many.
So what kind of advice would you give to someone who's just starting out that doesn't know anything about chickens?
I would suggest finding someone who has chickens that can help you because books and the internet are great, but first-hand experience is wonderful. And if you can get a mentor to help you, that's the best way to go.
I hope you enjoyed that. Just remember, this is a segment out of a full documentary. If you want to watch the whole documentary, all you have to do is click right here, and you can see it in its entirety. Also, don't forget to stop by terranlupo.com. I have up videos that you can't see anywhere else. Currently, I have one on carnivorous plants and also how to make your own mead. All you have to do is go over and sign up at terranlupo.com, and all that's free. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe.